Okay, so here we're in round two. I'm going to pause this and see what our opponent is. So our opponent is mono red with Kargan Dragon Lords and Stagger Shocks. So this is not the greatest hand against mono red, but we do have a Preordain and a Lightning Bolt. So we can find our red mana. Tunnel Magnet's fine this matchup. So I think we'll keep this. If we find a Stoneforge Mystic and a land on top, we can pull the Stoneforge into our hand, leave the land on top. If he has a Goblin Guide, we'll get it. But we need to find red mana and some creatures ourselves here. So getting Jura is nice in this matchup, but I don't really let's see here. I wish I knew if he had a Goblin Guide in his hand. Let's see. Yeah, we'll keep the Gideon Jura. I mean, he's effective. We'll have the mana to play him, so we'll put the Scalding Tarn on top, and then the Gideon Jura. So if he has a Goblin Guide, he'll give us a Scalding Tarn. If he doesn't, we'll just draw it next turn naturally, which should be fine as well. We'll have a Spell Pierce and a Lightning Bolt up next turn. So Spike Shot, there's a Goblin Guide, so we get a free land here. It's always nice. Okay, so I think the play here is to play out our Scalding Tarn. And we'll bolt his Goblin Guy when he attacks. Stoneforge Mystic. I don't want to push that away, but at the same time, I'm not going to let him deal an extra 2 damage for free. So he might have a Kargan Dragon Lord here. Ember Hauler. It's fine. So we drew Stoneforge Mystic anyways. Sea Chrome. So we're gonna get a we can either get a Sword of Feast and Famine here or a Basilisk Collar. Now I'm not too keen on the ability to hit with the Sword of Feast and Famine. So I'm just gonna have the Basilisk Collar. It seems like the safest play here. Now the question here is, do we keep up Spell Pierce? I think we do. If he has a Stagger Shock, I'd like to counter it. But would he Stagger Shock? The question is, would he Stagger Shock if he did have it next turn? We'll be able to play Tunnel Magnet and Spell Pierce next turn. I don't think they'll Sorcery Speed Stagger Shock us, because we're not going to block anyways. So we'll pass it back to him. It would be too much of a read, too, for him to know that we have a Spell Pierce in our hand by leaving a blue mana open for no reason. Oh, so he did Stagger Shock. Okay. That's very interesting. We wouldn't have blocked anyways, so I don't want to counter. We can't counter the Stagger Shock coming back down. I think we'll just play the Celestial Colonnade now. Actually, we don't need to. Keeping the Stagger Shock and the Spell Pierce open would be nice. So and Basilisk Collaring a Gideon Jura that's attacking is always nice as well. So he can drop us down to 11 with just this attack here. I don't know if we're going to actually... I think we'll Tunnel Magnet it. We need to save as much life as we can against these decks. Let's see what our opponent has. So our opponent's moving to attack. We'll tap down this guy. And see what he's got for us. So he's playing a Kargan Dragon Lord. That's fine. Of note, we can use Tunnel Magnet in conjunction with Gideon to straight up kill the Dragon Lord next turn. So we drew Jace there. So he's keeping up a red mana. It's obvious he has Lightning Bolt. Gideon going down to 4. So he could play a Lightning Bolt and lose his whole team to get rid of our Gideon. If we, I'm sorry, he wouldn't have to because he could just swing with this guy. Let's see here. The best play would probably be to play Gideon, make him attack. The problem is if he can deal 8 damage through a Tunnel Magnet. I don't think he can, but he might be able to. I really need to get rid of this guy. So if he uses up a Lightning Bolt and the Ember Hauler attack next turn on Gideon, yeah, I think that's actually fine. I'll allow that. Gideon's going to go down to 4 to kill the Kargan Dragon Lord. Because we really need to get this guy off the board. He's a big problem if we don't have the Spark Mage combo set up. So he'll bolt Gideon and kill him. Or he's just keeping the mana open for Ember Hauler, which also could be a possibility. Not having a bolt at the end of turn either means he's waiting for more options, or he has a Teetering Peaks in his hand. Still, it's 4 damage. We're not taking to the face, which is nice. Okay, so he's not attacking Gideon. That means he's got more burn in his hand. Stagger Shock. We do have the option of hooking up Gideon and just attacking him for 6 life, though. If he's going to play a plan that is trying to deal us direct damage, we'll just go and try to gain more life than he's going to be able to mess with. We'll still have the ability to tap down his creature next turn. So that'll put us up to 13, which is a virtual 11, 9 with what he's got on board. But that'll help keep us out of range. We'll also be able to play Jace next turn. So he's moving to attack. We'll save another 2 life there and use a Tunnel Magnet. So he's got a bolt here. I'm assuming he's going to hit Gideon. I didn't notice his first Stagger Shot hit Gideon, so that wouldn't have changed our plans anyways. That's fine. He could use the Ember Hauler for that, but he's not. We can also equip the Colonnade in a few turns, so we're fine with that. So we're at 13 life. We're looking okay here. I don't want to tackle the Colonnade this turn. I think I just want to Jace and bounce his Ember Hauler. He can kill it in response, but if we use Jace to kill his Ember Hauler, that's fine with me too. So So I'm expecting him to shoot us in response and kill Jace, which is fine. Now we'll be able to swing with our Celestial Colonnade equipped with Basilisk Collar every turn. So it's not looking too horrible. Goblin Guide. He's not that effective for him right now. Cutting Spark Mage so we get the combo together. I'm willing to try the combo now. He does have outs of Burst Lightning and Lightning Bolt right now, but if he has Stagger Shock, we can counter that. We can't even counter that, I'm sorry. So the question here is, do we try to combo up or just start swinging with the Colonnade and Basilisk Collar? So we have 7 mana besides a Colonnade. We could just swing with the Colonnade and play the Cunning Spark Mage second main phase. But I really want that life gain. Yeah, I'm gonna just stick with what we have right now. Let's keep the red open actually, just in case. But we won't be able to keep the red open, so I don't know what I'm doing. We do have Spell Pierce open though, although it doesn't do anything now with so much mana he has, with all the mana that he does have. Goblin Wishwhacker, it's not as frightening. He's dealing 5 damage here. They'll put us back down to 10. We'll be able to go up to 14 next turn. Let's see here. He's also dead next turn if he doesn't have a way to deal with this. And there's no 1 red card that they play in their main deck that can deal with a Colonnade by itself. Combust out of the sideboard could do it for them, but we don't know if they have that. So we have two Spark Mages now, which is nice. But we got the game.